Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I'm your host with the most, as always, Francois878, and today is another episode of the Let's Watch Francois Critique the Hell Out of Warframe series. A little mini-series I've started, because I've been severely disappointed with this game of late. And it is a damn shame. Today's episode is going to be quite obviously on the Volt Prime Access, released March 24th, 2015. This is hands down the worst Prime Access I've bought to date. It only comes with 2 Prime items as opposed to the normal 3 Prime items of past Prime Accesses, as well as one of the 2 Prime Accesses being an Archwing item, which no one gives a damn about. So it is really, really disappointing. I bought it because I buy everyone, and in retrospect, I wish I hadn't, which is sad. I hate regretting purchases, but this is one that I almost immediately regret doing. But let's talk about something you will not see in the video, and that is the Odonta Prime, who is, obviously, that is the default Archwing, main Archwing piece. I don't know, I guess it's just called the Archwing. And I have no interest in playing Archwing stuff right now. I think Archwing is a cool concept, and I'm looking forward to them adding more game types and more weapons and more enemies and more fun stuff to Archwing. But right now, I believe that my opinion is a shared opinion with the majority of the community, and that Archwing is boring as hell, and nobody wants to play it, and it's occasionally super buggy. So, right now, you know, I'm good on the whole, I'm just good on this whole thing. I'm good on the Archwing until they, make it a little bit better. But that brings me to what you are seeing in the video, Volt Prime here. His overall design is not that much different from regular Volt. I think that Loki Prime, Nova Prime, most of the Rhino Prime, they've all been pretty different. Different enough, you know, to where, you know, you don't quite see a resemblance just at first glance, but when you know, really look at them side by side, you can be like, alright, well, there's this and this and this. Volt Prime is a carbon copy of regular Volt. His helmet nose area is a little longer, and he has more gold. That is literally it. I think the art people could have done a lot better on his overall design. He is also very OP compared to original Volt. The original stance for primes versus non-primes that DE had was, originally the primed versions of Warframes were not going to be any better gameplay-wise than the non-primed versions. They would come with more polarity slots, but they would not have any advantage gameplays-wise. Now, that was pretty much for the first couple of primes that they put out, and they have since completely abandoned that, because, you know, oh, but this game's in beta, so the developers can change their minds whenever they want. That's a bullshit excuse for, you know, not being able to make up your mind, pretty much. And since they've decided to start implementing slight increases to energy or movement speed or armor or whatever else that they can think of, it has also been slowly ramping up. Since, I don't know, Rhino Prime, I believe? I think Rhino Prime was the first one who had a slight movement speed increase. And he was the first one that really had a substantial change. And You know, since then, you know, we've had Loki Prime with extra polarity slots, as well as significantly more energy. I believe Nova Prime has more energy. You know, and now Volt here, he has 200 energy. That is double what the original Volt's energy is. Original Volt is 100. Volt Prime, 200. That's ridiculous. That is completely bonkers insane. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I think when you know, I think that this is effectively forcing people to get the primed versions because they think, oh, well, the prime version is so much better. I have to get it. I have to, you know, if I want to do endgame content, I have to have the primed version. You know, it's stupid. When in all actuality, you know, you really shouldn't. You know, the primes should be a symbol of, you know, your dedication to the game. Like, oh, I've been in the void, you know, for a month farming these pieces, you know, and this is what I can show for it. You know, when the way they've done this, I don't agree with it. I don't like it. Oh, and did I also mention that he had 85 more armor too? Did I forget? I think I did. Regular Volt has 15 armor. Volt Prime has 100 armor. Which, again, that's not like a huge, substantial armor increase. You know, I wouldn't, you know, that's nowhere near Rhino or Frost or anyone. But that's still enough to, I think that's a huge increase. And that adds a little bit of survivability to Volt. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it forces people who, you know, think they are going to need the better frame to get the better frame. And I don't like it. I don't know. That's just a personal opinion of mine. And you can do with that what you will. But personally, I think that Digital Extremes really has started to drop the ball on these Prime Accesses. I'm thoroughly disappointed with this Prime Access, which is a damn shame because I've not been very happy with them for a while. So I think they need to take a step back and really decide, you know, to really make it worth people's while. The fact that this particular Prime Access does not come with 3 items. All the other Prime Accesses that I've participated in have had 3 Prime items, you know, a Warframe and either 2 weapons or a Sentinel and a weapon or you know, something. And this time it's just the Odonta and Volt. It isn't worth your money. You know, the Odonta, especially since it's it's an Arcwing item that nobody really cares about yet. You know, it is not worth your money. I am very impatient, and I can't stand the farm. I can't stand the grind. I do dearly love this game, so I want to support DE, and you know, Prime Access is probably one of the best ways to do that. But you know, with these, you know, with the last couple of, you know, last week or so of updates, it has been a rough week, for my opinion, of DE. It has gone nowhere but south, and it's a damn shame. And the Prime Access has definitely not helped. Now, I guess I could mention the cosmetics. The Edo Prime armor, as you can see here on my Volt, it's pretty cool. It's nothing I would, you know, write home about. It's cool. I like the Edo Prime. I like the regular Edo armor. I think it's a very cool armor. I think it's very it does have that, you know, Japanese samurai feel to it, which, you know, ninjas aren't, you know, samurai, but you know, it just has that very distinctly, you know, ancient Japanese feel to it, and I really like it. And that's probably my favorite part of the Prime Access, which is really fucking sad. You know, when a piece of cosmetics is your favorite piece, then maybe you need to take a step back and reevaluate your purchase. But the other cosmetic in this one, the other exclusive item, is a Prime weapon bauble. It looks pretty cool. I didn't show it off in the video because I don't use the melee weapon baubles at all. But it looked cool, so I may throw it on some melee weapons depending on how crazy I get. But yeah, overall, the Volt Prime Access Pack is not. It is not worth your $140. I would say pick up the $50 exclusives pack. I would say, and then farm Volt Prime, and just don't even worry about the Odonta Prime because nobody plays Arcwing stuff anyways. So, you know, I'm not. This is just a disappointing day for me, and I apologize. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Please stay tuned for more Warframe content coming at you here soon. I've been your host with the most, as always, Francois878, signing out.